what I have learned that works really well is whenever you are trying to create ads, typically the best thing that you can do, the best source to pull from are winning ads, right? So these are gonna be ads that you've launched previously that have worked well. These could be hooks, these could be bodies, it could be primary text, it could be images, it doesn't really matter. The point is you've spent money on these ads before and they have got you a positive return on ad spend at the KPIs that you want it to be at. What I will say is that a lot of people, actually probably most people watching this video, actually don't really have successful ads. They don't have winning ads, not an ad that's made them hundreds of thousands of dollars over, a couple of months. And so instead, you can't really pull from the winning ads, so you need to pull from something else. Because what you don't want to do is just sit down at your desk and say, let me just randomly talk about these things and hope that I get some clients from it. No, you want to be a little bit more methodical from that. So how do we do that? So the first one is going to be sales calls. So this is probably the most valuable thing because for the majority of you watching this video, you're trying to get more sales calls for your business. So lo and behold, where's the best way to figure out why people are on sales calls and what they want and what brought them there? The actual sales call recordings. More specifically, the sales call transcripts. So I'm gonna be looking at either my sales call transcripts or my clients or my portfolio company sales call transcripts and reviewing them and figuring out those really big points. Why did they book the call in the first place? Where did they find us? What specific pain points do they have? What desires do they have? What do we offer that they definitely want, right? And it's important that we're looking at qualified sales calls. I'm not talking about every single sales call out there. It doesn't even have to be the ones that you close. It should be the people that showed up to a call and they were like, wow, this is actually really interesting and I could potentially work with you. And regardless if you or your salesperson drops the ball or doesn't close the deal, you just want more of those people, right? So sales calls and sales call transcripts is the first place that I'm gonna look at. The second one is gonna be my video sales letter or my webinar or anything else that's like a medium to long size marketing message that my prospects are seeing before they're getting on a call. Because if you've done your work previously, you've already launched a video sales letter or webinar, it's been performing for you. Well, remember, if any kind of advertising campaign is really just bringing more attention to the messaging that's already working. That's why we start with sales calls, and that's why we go to VSLs and webinars. For a lot of our clients, they kind of fall in one or two buckets. Either they're running a lot of ads and they want help increasing their return on ad spend and maybe launching some content, or they're running a lot of content and they want some help launching into ads. And so if you're already somehow getting people on sales calls with you through VSLs or webinars, whatever, what other kind of marketing methods, then that's another place that you can look at for ad creatives. I'm gonna break this down even more simply in a second, but I want to kind of show you this. So those are kind of the two areas. Anytime I'm launching a new offer, I'm helping a portfolio company, et cetera, I'm looking at these two things. And all I literally do is I put these inside of ChatGPT. And I say, hey, ChatGPT, here's 15 sales call transcripts. Here's a transcript from this VSL and this webinar. I want you to create me these ad creatives based off of this. Because really, like I said a second ago, this is all part of one single journey. So the ad is just going to get them to, let's say, the VSL, which is going to get them to the sales call, which is going to get them to becoming a client, right? So we really want to use the same messaging. What we don't want to do is have this random messaging on the ad, different messaging on the VSL, different messaging on the sales call, because that's going to obviously end up with no clients for you. So since we're kind of pulling from stuff that's already working, that's bringing us the most qualified people on these sales calls, then we should be using the ads and those should be working as well from that same source. And just as a quick tip here, this is the exact same thing that we do for organic content, right? We help our clients scale using organic content as well, like these YouTube videos. And so my organic content, it's not random. It's not like I just turn on the camera and talk. I'm reviewing constantly what are the main objections that people are talking about, what's the main reason they came to the call, et cetera, and I'm infusing that into this content.
If you want my help installing any of these systems in your business done for you, be sure to book a call with my team down below.